On the way, but first, another apartment building evacuated because there's no heat. Residents at a local apartment building have to be out by midnight. Management at the Parkside Tower Apartments in Strongsville confirmed to us that a snowplow hit a gas line, so the building is without heat or hot water. Management also paying for hotel rooms. Although some residents are staying with family and friends, some say it's very cold inside.
We got a message on our phones telling us we have to evacuate. We just see all these people in the lobby and we're just scared to death because, I mean, this never happens. Absolutely. And there's no heat and it's freezing, so.
I have no idea what I'm going to do right now, but I'm going to figure something out.
We are told they hope to have heat and hot water restored by tomorrow. So stay with us for continuing coverage of this breaking story. Tomorrow morning on WOIO Cleveland from 4:30 to 7 a.m. We'll have all the new overnight developments and reaction. Now we continue our breaking coverage of a winter storm warning in effect until 4 a.m. We have team coverage. Meteorologist John Loftman is tracking the snow and high winds. And Cleveland 19 crews also in one of the hardest hit areas with over a foot of snow. We spent the day with people digging out. Let's start with John Loftman with the latest information. John.
Yeah, Sarah, it's been one of those nights, and those poor folks that have to be out in less than 20 minutes, I feel sorry for them. Here are the flags unfurled on Chester next to CSU's Chrysler Stadium. Strong northwest winds, an alert night and into tomorrow for dangerous wind chills down to 25 degrees below zero. And when you're outside with exposed flesh in 25 below wind chills, frostbite can set in as little as 30 minutes. Blustery gusts up to 30 miles an hour. 1 to 3 inches of additional snow on top of what has already come down, and some snowfall amounts have been in excess of a foot. Wind chill advisory through noon tomorrow for everyone for those dangerous wind chills, and a winter storm warning continues until 4 o'clock in the morning. Medina, Summit, Portage, Geauga, Lake, Ashtabula, Trumbull counties all expecting another 1 to 3 with blowing snow the problem. More than a foot of snow at Stowe, Strongsville a foot, Madison 11.1, Oberlin 13 inches, Kent 10.5. I'll have more snowfall totals for you soon. Take a look at what's going on now. Now, this is a live picture of the satellite radar and the snow which continues across portions of Geauga, Cuyahoga, northern Summit County in earnest, and even clipping Medina County with a classic lake effect stripe across Ashtabula County, and that is where the snow is most likely to pile up. We're at 8 right now at Akron, 10 at Cleveland, 8 at Elyria. Wind chills, when you couple those in, it feels like 10 below at Elyria, 15 below already at Worcester, 12 below at Mansfield, 12 below at Canton as well. It is a dangerous night, and the wind direction off the lake out of the northwest with winds sustained at nearly 20 miles an hour, especially along the lakeshore. They'll continue through the night with those gusts up to 30 miles an hour. Temperatures plunge down into the single figures overnight. How low will we go? Well, by morning, we're expected to be around 8 degrees at Cleveland, 5 at Akron, 4 at Canton, 3 below zero, the morning low at Mansfield. What's ahead over the next 7 days? Well, hour by hour, I'll take you through the next round of weather, and it includes a mix. And into the 7-day forecast, it's all coming up. Sarah?
Thanks, John. Well, things are getting back to normal at Cleveland Hopkins Airport. We checked in the past hour, and only a handful of flights were canceled or delayed. But if you're flying out in the morning, call and check because the massive winter storm is pounding the East Coast. As we've been reporting, a lot of people woke up to a foot of snow. One of the hardest hit areas, North Royalton. Victor Williams checked in on the city.
It's not even snowing during Christmas, but now it comes in.
It's safe to say we're now officially in the midst of winter.
The parking lots have a lot of, snow and everything.
Parts of northeast Ohio, like North Royalton, received nearly an entire foot of snow, making way for somewhat of a rough commute.
Seems like the plows can't keep up with what's going on right now.
But that's not exactly stopping people from getting out.
I have a good truck that can drive in the snow, so we're pretty good.
You just gotta go slow.
We even came across a young man who believes less is more.
Just threw some shorts on that I had on already. No socks. Rolled out.
And you're not cold?
Nope. I play hockey, so I'm used to the colds.
Bottom line, it's just another day for these people in a winter wonderland as the snow continues to fall.
It's Cleveland. I mean, you know, it was inevitable that this was going to happen.
Getting Answers, Victor Williams, Cleveland, 19 News.
Check out this video sent to us by Lake Metro Parks. It shows the power of the winds out there right now. Waves crashing into the shore at the Paynesville Township Park Pier. People who live along the lake saying it sounded like a freight train all night. Pretty impressive. Well, Cleveland 19 crews all over Northeast Ohio today as people got out the shovels and snow blowers. Our CN New Yorker is getting answers on how everyone fared.
Mother Nature left a mess in Northeast Ohio overnight. Many got up early this morning to this. Our Cleveland 19 news cameras were rolling as some ventured outside to see what the winter storm left.
I've been out here since 6 this morning shoveling snow, just trying to hustle up and make some money.
Police sent out a warning that some of the roads were still bad and that if you didn't have to be out, to stay in. But some tell me they had no choice, like this man here near St. Ignatius High School.
It's going. Best we can do. School is open, so we got to take care of it.
We also spotted several good Samaritans helping out their neighbors. And then this duo with their shovels who were looking to make some extra cash. What are you seeing from people, basically? Are people stuck or, you know?
People are stuck and sliding and freezing. It's crazy out here. Yeah. It's crazy.
Police were also out ticketing those who didn't pay attention to the parking restrictions. The streets need to be clear for the snowplows to get through. But as we drove around the city streets and the highway roads, many told us that it's business as usual.
It's Cleveland.
It's Cleveland.
It's Cleveland. That's what we do.
Getting Answers, CN New Yorker, Cleveland 19.
And in this bone-chilling cold, it can be just deadly to be outside. That's why homeless advocates worry about the safety of our homeless, who for one reason or another are not staying at a shelter. Cleveland 19's Denise Sorella found one man who was walking the streets of Cleveland just looking for a place to get warm.
So where are you heading right now?
I don't know.
Jack Fensom says he's homeless. We found him struggling to walk down a main street in Cleveland with a garbage bag full of his belongings. Where did you sleep last night?
I didn't get a chance to sleep last night.
Where did you go to stay warm?
I had, the Shell station over West 130th at Brook Park. I had to stay inside there, just walking around inside there to stay warm.
With temperatures in the teens and the wind chills below zero, people like Fensom, who for one reason or another are not staying at a shelter, are the homeless that Salvation Army Family Shelter Director Bo Hill worry about in this weather.
Those people are always a challenge because they have other situations and challenges that. But because of those situations and because of those challenges, they decide to be out there. And so reaching them is really, really important.
Hill says his shelter is filled to capacity, but that area shelters usually work together to find a bed for anyone in need. Some homeless experts estimate that at any given time in the city of Cleveland, there are about 200 people walking the streets here who, for one reason or another, are not staying in a homeless shelter. Fensom told us that he had just come from this men's shelter on Lakeside hoping to get a bed, but was told he'd have to leave his belongings outside.
They told me I had to leave. I had to leave my blankets outside.
We called the spokesperson for the shelter and were told that the men are allowed to bring their belongings inside, but they do require that things like blankets be washed first because of bed bugs. It's not clear whether Fensom understood the rules of the shelter or not. How are you going to stay warm today?
I don't know. I can't find a business for me, to be actually legally allowed to sit in. I guess I got to try to figure out how to survive until Monday.
In Cleveland, Denise Sorella, Cleveland 19.
And the conditions can and will change a lot before you get up in the morning. Jeff Tanchak will be forecasting over